Yo, what's up? Doom can come back with another vid. You know it. And today I am gonna do a spooky reaction. Forget it. If you hear my brother in the background, don't mind him. I'm sorry about that. Alright, let's get on it. So we're doing Teeth by Alter. I don't know how to pronounce.
I received my first tooth at the age of 2.5. This was, by all accounts, particularly...
We're gonna have to skip this, because I heard it had a little bit of... There.
I did not enjoy teething so much. Its unpleasantness...
Sorry about that. I had to skip that, because I'm not gonna blur it, but... I'm not gonna say it.
Developed in me a certain disregard for these hard buds erupting from my gums. I found biting with conviction on firm objects to be of benefit and suitable punishment for the teeth. I would take to chewing anything I could get my young mandible around.
So you a beaver now?
Surprisingly, my teeth survived this intentional barbarity only to be defeated by an oh-so-sweet sticky toffee apple.
Yeah, where's all these flies coming from?
This victory was short-lived. These were primary teeth, and primary teeth are only present to make way for adult teeth. They sprouted anew. By the age of 6.5, I had unfortunately now gained a complete and fresh set. I had no interest in their welfare. I only had interest in the sugariness that passed them by and settled on my tongue.
No, the flies. Y'all not...
My first adult tooth was not a victim to my thought.
Hold on. What is with these flies everywhere? Like, in every form, we just saw flies in this whole video. They do not give us a break. Come on, Alter. Alright, let's get back.
But was in fact knocked out. At 11 years of age, a pre-planned chance meeting behind the school resulted in an inconspicuous bicuspid becoming an absent bicuspid.
What?
The gap left by this missing tooth was thoroughly explored and enjoyed by my tongue with fond reminiscence. I reached the age of 48, continuing to lose teeth. By then, I had lost enough teeth to begin missing them in my day-to-day mastication of food. Even if my tongue was now lavishing in the smoothness of its surrounds. I lost 3 more through medical intervention. And through necessity, I gained my first set of dentures. With them came a revelation. It's only then, presented with the disembodied enamels, that the full beauty of this substantial link between food, tongue, throat, and stomach became apparent.
Bruh!
I began to place the form of the teeth above the function, vetting and analyzing food for potential risk of the teeth falling foul. Many foods, in fact, became avoided or mashed, filtered, separated, and mashed again, all for the sake of keeping my prosthetic teeth pristine.
Or you can just chew on the...
My fascination with teeth soon began to spread outside the realm of my own and into those of other toothed animals. I marveled at their efficiency, their specificity. These wondrous beasts had no need to worry their minds about their teeth. They were blessed with immaculate design. I would take inspiration from them. could improve on my previous God-given and God-inspired dentures. I realized the perfect cutting, tearing, and mashing tools. At the age of 62, I separated the species and sorted the teeth into categories of size and shape. I gathered my resources and set...
I got one more thing to say. Did this man's never get rabies? Did he never get bit by one of these things? Didn't get rabies? Why? How can animals just be so aware? If this man's never got bit by them, must be a good way to get animals in.
Work on the construction. Through my thorough studies, I became convinced that I had come to a combination of interspecies teeth
You better
not be better matched. My meticulousness meant that they were not finished swiftly, but they would be of utmost quality.
Bruh.
In my 70th, the impressive and fierce set of teeth were complete.
Gross, bruh. Could you at least brush your teeth, bruh? What you about to eat? I want to see what this man's about to eat. Ooh, that looks good.
In my 71st year, I lost the tip of my tongue.
What? Huh? I'm confused. No, never mind. This man's lost his tongue. Ugh. Alright, let's get for the next one. Alright guys, the next one is called Wet Willy by Alter. I'm doing another one because the other one was just weird. So yeah, let's get it.
Just kind of, they're more for intimidation. Any questions? There's no need to be grossed out. You'll find them in a lot of different crops. And remember, they're no danger to humans. Unlike this little bugger.
Said he was playing around with his friends and got a twig stuck in his ear. Believe it or not, I have seen this before. No. Don't be worried about anything. It's just boys being boys.
Just boys being boys.
But none of that's true. In fact, your kids are very docile, and they don't actually want to mess with you. You don't mess with them. Just kidding again.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to post this.
They're afraid. They're concerned, actually.
Dang!
More for intimidation.
Yo, leave the school! Leave the school, bro. Don't give them a good eat, you know? Come on, come on, come on. said.
Nowhere to run, psycho. What? Do you think your mommy was gonna be down here? Hey, I'm talking to you, freak. Maybe I need to clear
Is
out
this
your
the
ears so
smile
you can hear
picture
me.
or something, bro?
Watch out for Willy.
This is why I don't like bullying people. Actually, I never did like bullying people. Whatever you do, kids, don't bully, please. What the heck? Bruh, nice job, Alter. Y'all did a great job with this one. This actually got me. I'm not even gonna lie. That actually got me. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Alter too. So, next video. Alright, guys. Okay, I'm gonna do two more videos, and then this is over. Cause I might as well. Alright, so it's gonna be a 4 job today. So let's do it.
Like many new parents, I first became acquainted with the various Baby Shark melodies through autoplay on YouTube. My daughter Maya was only 2 weeks old when we went through a rough bout of colic.
What happened to her head? Why it look like she got 2 dents in her head? Or him. Bro, his head said, what the heck?
Swaddling, and cluster feeding, but nothing worked. On one particularly difficult night, I felt like I was losing my mind. So I searched for baby songs online and just picked the first playlist that popped up. I continued to walk around the room, rocking her to the rhythms of the familiar childhood songs, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Itsy Bitsy Spider, and others. The playlist didn't stop her from crying, but it cheered me up a little and drowned out my Fussie's baby's relentless screams. Then, something miraculous happened. The slow version of Baby Shark came on and Maya stopped crying. She gazed up at the ceiling with an odd expression.
Huh?
Her tiny mouth twitched a little.
What?
The first hint of a smile. From that day on, my daughter loved everything Baby Shark, including...
Hold on, imagine Baby Shark being scary. Baby Shark, doo 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 doo. Baby Shark, doo 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 doo. Okay, that got me creepy.
alternative versions like Halloween Sharks, Santa Shark, and so on. It was around this time that my parents took a trip to South Korea. Apart from soaking their bones in Busan's hot springs, they spent a lot of time walking around the Hyundai Promenade, exploring unique food stalls and street shops. At one of these shops, they found a yellow Baby Shark toy. They bought it off the local vendor in a heartbeat, happy to have found a souvenir for their granddaughter. To say it was love at first sight is to say nothing at all. My daughter's first laugh was at her new plushy friends. She knew who Baby Shark was before she recognized words like Mama and Dada. We sleep-trained her in one night, thanks to his soft, pillow-like texture. When she first rolled over, it was to get closer to the toy, because he'd slipped out of reach.
Hold on, did you name this man the gender? Not the...
My daughter is just over a year old now. And for every major milestone, vacation trip, and family photo session, Baby Shark has never left her side. It was super cute at first. Lots of babies have lovies, and it's a great relief to parents when there's a surefire way to stop crying with a toy or cartoon. However, I began to notice some weird things about the toy. Like, it was almost never where I thought I'd left it. At first, I didn't pay much attention, because wherever Maya started crying, I'd just be relieved that Baby Shark was within an arm's reach. When she grew out of her fussier phase, I realized he was never in a different room from my daughter. This was weird, because I'd pick her up and carry her around to different rooms for diaper changes, baths, playtime, and meal times. My husband blamed mom brain, and I rationalized it away. Like with all her milestones, we were super excited when Maya first started babbling. But my joy quickly turned to dread when I watched videos of other newborns' first babbles. They were primitives' attempts at making P, B, and M noises. My daughter sounded like she was actually talking with an intonation scale, sometimes accompanied by laughter and hand-waving. All this at just 4 months. As you may have guessed, she only ever babbled at Baby Shark. Once again, my husband thought I was being paranoid. We have a genius baby and you're just trying to hate, he said.
You're just trying to hate. Bro, I literally just saw the thing move and she's only talking at 4 months. Wait. Yeah. Did they say 4 months? Hold on.
Once again, my husband thought I was being paranoid. We have a genius baby and you're just trying to hate, he said. I kept my suspicions to myself after that. Sometimes
I'm hating over
I'd check the baby monitor after bedtime and see the toy glowing like a yellow nightlight, only to blink and find everything looked normal a second later.
What?
During the day, I often felt like I was being watched, particularly if I went breaking mom, allowing too much screen time, cussing out loud, browsing social media, instead of playing with Maya or doing chores. Whenever I did anything like that, I'd feel the unusual prickle of mom guilt, and then something more sinister. I'd look up and see Baby Shark nearby, staring me down. Whenever this happened, small punishments would follow, like I'd stub my toe, or crack my phone screen, or nip myself shaving. It was never serious, and
that's your fault. You the one who nipped yourself shaving. Better be doing it more carefully.
Just maybe it was only a coincidence. But it didn't feel like it. I was severely creeped out. Was this some sort of weird hallucinatory strain of postpartum depression? I needed to get a grip. Stay-at-home parenting was beginning to take its toll. 2 months ago, my husband went away on a business trip to San Diego. I was so not in the mood to handle a teething baby on my own for a week. I switched on YouTube and put Maya and Baby Shark in the playpen in front of the TV, so I could get some tidying done. Popping my AirPods in, I busied myself with housework while listening to a podcast. I'd check in on Maya every 5 to 10 minutes to make sure everything was okay. She was just fine, entranced by the screen, safely secured in her play area. I'll admit that I took longer to clean than was strictly necessary. I finished up by taking out the trash. Just as I was going back inside, a college friend called me. A girl we house with just posted a trashy picture on Facebook, and my friend wanted me to see it before it got deleted. I was glued to my phone for a good 20 minutes after, gossiping like a silly schoolgirl. When I finally got back into the living room, I felt that familiar pang of guilt. I didn't want to look, but he was right there. Baby Shark's stitched black eyes bore into me, accusing me of being a selfish, inattentive mother. I got really angry.
Now, what's wrong with this picture? This guy's just laying in bed, not making it... Not making any money. I'm talking right...
Enough was enough. Why was this toy making me get defensive when I'd done nothing wrong? I grabbed the stupid thing and took it upstairs to the nursery. I delighted in slamming the toy chest shut on his goofy, toothy grin. I hesitated before going back downstairs, half convinced I'd find the yellow fiend back in the same spot. But Maya's wails from the living room assured me she didn't have her friend at her side. My daughter was hysterical, but I'd had enough. This was getting ridiculous. She should be able to get through an evening without a silly shark toy. Maya's attachment to the thing was just unhealthy at this point. After a giant tantrum, she finally calmed down. We had dinner, took a bath, read her favorite bedtime book, and I put her to bed. Without Baby Shark, it was like the colic had come back in full swing. I went back downstairs and she screamed and screamed. I decided to let her cry it out just this once. I was furious with the Baby Shark for having so much pull, but more honestly, I was disgusted with myself and my shitty behavior that day. After a few minutes of self-reflection, I understood that I was mistreating my daughter because of some utterly bizarre insecurities. I was about to go back to the nursery and reunite Maya with her toy when I saw my worst nightmare coming to life on the baby monitor. No amount of horror movies, scary stories, or news reports can prepare you of the sight of your infant child in grave danger. The terror that coursed through my body made me realize that I would endure 1,000 more tantrums, relish in the worth-teething nights, and wash up countless diaper blowouts with a smile on my face. If only I could prevent the abduction taking place in front of my eyes. There was a tall, dark figure standing at the foot of the bed, trying to grab Maya as she darted around her crib cot. Luckily, she had already learned to walk while holding on to something, so the intruder was struggling to get a hold of her. There was no time to call for help. I sprinted upstairs into Maya's nursery.
Dang!
Without even thinking, I grabbed a hall lamp and flung it at the stranger's head as soon as I entered the room. It only grazed him, but the distraction caused him to stumble back, buying me a split second to shove the creep further away, grab Maya, and run out. I could feel the pursuer hot at my heels until I got to the head of the stairs and he tripped behind us. The last thing I heard was the man screaming as I ran down the stairs and...
Hold on, what does man's trip on? An invisible cord, bro? Because that's what all the other movies do, so I'm waiting.
Out of the house, I jogged over to the neighbors next door with Maya crying in my arms. The police discovered a peculiar scene in our house. The man was gone, but there were signs of a bloody struggle in the hallway upstairs. I was allowed to go inside and fetch some of Maya's things, so we could stay with my parents while the police investigated the crime scene. A senior detective escorted me in, asking me elaborate questions about our day. He asked if I'd recognized the man, but I hadn't. I'd barely gotten a glimpse, and he seemed entirely ordinary. No one I would think twice about if I met him on the street. Only after answering all the detective's questions did I realize that I'd forgotten to lock the front door after taking out the trash. The intruder must have slipped inside while I was on the phone and gone upstairs to hide in one of our closets. What he planned to do from there on was made clear by the contents of the bicycle bag.
Screams of terror fill the dungeon as everyone scrambles for safety.
Sorry about that.
Which he dropped. Police officers found duct tape, a carving knife,
What?
and one of Maya's old onesies inside. The one we'd given away to charity weeks ago. A pale-faced young officer emerged from the nursery as the detective and I approached. You need to see this, sir, he said, swallowing loudly. The detective allowed me to enter the nursery, where two other policemen were laying flat on the floor, shining their lights under Maya's crib cot. A crime scene photographer dropped down to take some shots of the mysterious scene. As soon as he finished, one of the officers pulled a large, mangled foot out from under the bed. The room fell into a hushed silence. Does this look like it's been chewed off? I didn't need to see anymore. I quickly gathered Maya's things and looked for Baby Shark. For once, he had remained in the right place, inside the toy truck. There was a slight difference, but I paid it no mind. Nothing a little cold water and ammonia couldn't handle. Cute shark toy, the young officer commented as I walked out of the room. Love that blood spatter pattern. He laughed. Thanks. I called back as I went to rejoin my parents and Maya downstairs. Please, dear parents of YouTube, if your child happens to have this toy, don't be suspicious. Don't be afraid. Watch out for Baby Shark. And I guarantee he'll watch out for your little ones in the future.
That was weak. Alright, guys. Do one more and then we. Alright, guys. This is the last one that was made. I forgot to tell y'all who was, what's the name from it. But I don't really know who this one was from because this one was from somebody else, I think. Alright, get ready.
Learning can be scary, but it can also be incredibly fun. Today I want to teach you how to count to 3. When counting,
What the heck? Ugh! What the heck? What? Peppa and George right there. Peppa Pig. Bro, what is that? Deformed animal. No, stop it. Bro, just go. Oh, that's Mommy Pig. You're dead. Hold on. I got one thing to say. Why does Mommy Pig sound like a little girl? I'm just asking. Cause I feel like Peppa already got eaten. So that is Peppa, my stupid self. That is Peppa, my stupid self. I'm stupid. Wait. Since when did Peppa have a big skirt like that? Is that a skirt? I don't know what that is. Big shirt. Like, what the heck? But why that sound like macaroni with spaghetti? You're dead. You keep squealing like an idiot. You're dead. I just heard somebody near me. What the?
3.
Bro, did you eat them spaghetti? Alright, guys. Well, that's the end of this vid. You know it. And you guys, I'll see you guys later. Love y'all, and have a good day.